So how you been, girl? You been training properly?
Yes, I actually just got done receiving some more training.
Let's test it. And suddenly he'll just put his arm down on the table across from yours.
Oh, no, not this again. She puts her arm down,
Come on, everything you've got. Let's see how strong you've got.
and strength. I put up a damn good fight.
Do you want to hero point
But
that?
No.
I would offer some help, but I have a feeling I might refuse anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, she would definitely refuse.
yeah, please give me one moment to figure out his full strength bonus.
I'm pretty sure if I rolled less than an 18 total, you wouldn't even be looking.
A strength bonus of plus 13. 10 higher than your strength bonus.
I win.
He's drunk, but his arm manages to slip down. Though, admittedly, Amaya might feels like she may have nearly broken her wrist doing
Oh,
that.
oh, yeah, no. As soon as that hand goes out, she just kind of like slowly pulls her arm back, like it's an incredible pain. It's like, ah, that hurt.
You've gotten better. You've gotten better.
Ah, and I'm also going to be left-handed for a while.
Bartender, next round.
Lord Uncle, you've already met 4 challenges today, and we do have to get home at some point.
So, you already came in late afternoon. Let us just enjoy the rest of the day. Go out in the town. Go to Belgium tomorrow.
Not a bad idea.
You hear that, everyone? Feel free to go about the markets, go find something interesting.
I have one thing I want to do. I want to go purify this Hell Knight armor.
You gonna ship off the armor to Grunir Crad?
Probably. Let's see if we can somehow find someone here.
You don't know of anyone, so you'd have to spend more time probably just trying to gather information than actually getting it done.
I mean, if you're gonna send something to Grunir Crad, I'm gonna send the maximizing tome as well.
Yeah, I've just been wanting to do this for forever.
You can send stuff off to him if you want to. Please go ahead and chuck that into with an @ sign to me at the forward planning chat, and I will resolve those later.
Okay.
Yeah, I can re-reference in there anything that's done. But yeah, it's probably good for several of you to be on dry land again. And even if some of you are completely drunk out of your mind, hey, your vacation, I suppose, gets to continue.
Assuming Shiva has the correct spell, I can help the more drunk of us be not as drunk.
Well, funny enough, at the end of this entire drinking session, the bartender will come over and ask if anyone wants to purchase an alchemist's kindness.
That also works.
Calvis should definitely have one, but she should probably have someone else order for her.
Yes, I think we should just give us a healthy handful. Knowing my uncle, he's going to need a second one tonight,
That's 1 gold.
as
I
well
can
as
live
anyone
on
else foolish enough to challenge him.
Hello.
Shiva's here taking her time. Hestia's over in a corner, probably shit-faced as well. She was just sighing.
In the background, you just hear Stuva vomiting.
I'm
Mostly to
smashed.
get out of her system, then she's got delay poison herself so she feels less shit.
Oh my god. This is why she was sitting here just watching Kaladin going, don't get him drunk, please. I don't need to watch a bunch of freaking children.
What is the point of great magical power if you can't make yourself not feel drunk?
I like this one.
Shiva's nursing like maybe her 3rd drink, definitely well on her way to being a little more intoxicated, but she's going very carefully about it.
Quite
Hey,
strong
Lord
drink.
Uncle.
Problem.
Yeah,
Hi, Uncle. You'll find something to enjoy about all of them, I assure you.
I think Calvis's problem was, because she was competing with him, she was basically just necking the drinks. Just trying to keep up with him.
Rather, he drinks them like they're water.
Yeah, so that's what she was trying to do as well.
Hestia, how did you fare? You're doing okay. Could be worse.
Understandably, Valvis is very high level.
Well, if anyone needs me, I think I am going to go take a look around the markets. Nathan, would you join me?
He'll happily join you. He's already feeling pretty lightheaded.
I'm totally gonna deck him before we leave.
Go ahead. You know what? Just go ahead.
I mean, very drunk at the moment, so can't really, but, you know, when she's sobered up.
Aw, Hazel, you have a plus 11 to fortitude. What the hell?
Wow.
Unfortunately, used to this poison juice.
Ugh, poison. No. She has like a sip and it goes, no, not feeling that.
Of honey.
Oh, poor Kelvis.
Man, Caloris, you really are the one who gets just plastered.
Oh,
You're-
poor Kelvis.
Cadby has the wisdom not to try.
She went into it a bit too strongly and just took herself down too quickly. She just drank and drank and drank, and then she's down. She's very down.
So we'll put these two up the top here as bathroom squad.
I'm not sure Kelvis even made it to the bathroom.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry. One of the bar managers here will drag you to it.
At one point, she started an argument with the coat rack.
It was a very offensive coat rack.
It was. She then decked it.
If anyone wants to visit the market, they are free to.
Shiva's probably gonna take Blaze with her because I imagine the poor kid probably doesn't have much to his name.
The clothes to his back, and now a cold weather outfit.
Yeah, she's just
Wait-
gonna treat him very
Which is
kindly.
all I need, because he's clearly not used to the cold.
With everyone wandering off, Cadby can no longer blend into the background and is now basically able to be seen by Valthus.
Who doesn't seem to bat an eyelid, he just kind of looks at you, looks at the drink that you haven't drunk. Sure.
The drink slowly slides over to Valthus.
He takes, downs it.
Don't eat me.
Why not eat you?
You look like you could.
I could eat quite a few things.
In fact.
You know, I am kind of hungry.
Cadby
Hey,
slowly turns into mist
Please.
and disappears
Bartender.
into the table.
Sure. Disappeared the table as he orders an entire boar.
By the time Valthus looks back, Cadby has disassociated so hard she's turned into actual mist that has drifted backwards as she's going to cast mist form. Oh, gaseous form.
He doesn't seem to bat an eyelid.
It disappears. Oh, bye.
People find him intimidating. That's how he likes it.
Yep. Yeah, Aspen is still trying to assert his dominance as strongest there is.
He's just going to literally just shake his arm super strongly to kind of just throw Aspen into a seat in front of the giant boar. Well, the cooked boar. Dinner.
Eating contest.
You'll be able to bite through that better than me.
Yes. Aspen will use shifter form to get a bite attack and is now going to eat boar.
Sooner or later, he needs to get the swallow whole ability as well.
He could
Sure.
actually. There's something that he can get.
Aspen's a bit too small for swallowing anything whole.
He takes the form of Snake and just dislocates his jaw, goes around and sucks the whole boar in.
Let's change the scene slightly. I don't have a good picture for the Eisenfeld market. I can't find my old picture for it, but that's not too important. The market is large, out near the icy bay. Large buildings kind of overlook, as you see row after row of tents set up in this large square. Each of them having a variety of different goods from different areas. This is one of the prime trading locations for the north, where many goods flow both in and out of the frozen region. And there's a lot you can find here, from magical goods to clothing, both local and foreign. Jewelry, magical items, and stunning works of alchemy. It's, if nothing else, a wonderful place just to window shop. Shiva.
Yep.
You're wandering the markets. looking over a variety of interesting things. Do you speak Elgund?
I do. I learned it from Amaya.
You can understand the local tongue, the local custom, which is good, because most of the signs are written in it.
Turns out everything Amaya taught you was secretly swear words.
If Maya was someone else, like a Sutha, maybe.
But it's quite interesting looking around and just kind of seeing all that's here and listening to the conversation. The people here are hardy people. They're used to tough times, tough weather, but everyone here is very communal. Everyone's used to working together. It's quite an interesting feel, and it's quite far apart from what you're used to in many imperial cities, where you've almost got this is my business, kind of, just kind of look away from everything else. Less of that here. Much stronger sense of community, you feel, even in a
Mm.
place like this. Currently, you're walking past an area selling various bits of metalwork.
Shiva Mili isn't looking for anything particular, but she will ask Blaze if he has like any preference in like a form of weapon or something that he likes to carry on his person, just to feel safer.
He kind of looks around as you pass the various stores. I don't know a lot about weapons, but kind of looks over. Is Hestia with you, by the way?
Yeah, she's in elf form right now.
Both you and Hestia, you've also noticed, are getting quite a few looks from people you're passing.
Please don't stab me. I'm just here looking for things to buy.
Definitely not stab you looks. More curious looks. You definitely stand out as an outsider, but not necessarily in a bad way. As you're definitely noticing a majority of men giving you looks.
All right. All right. Well, she was ignoring that for now.
You're a rather beautiful looking elf walking around with another rather beautiful looking elf.
They could
That's
be
just too young to
sisters.
understand. They basically look like sisters, honestly. One has very pretty gold eyes. One has very pretty bright blue eyes. That's the main difference.
Ooh, this looks cool. As
Mhm.
Blaze goes up to one of the weapon shops, and you kind of curiously follow him to see what he may have found that struck his interest.
Please don't be more than like 1,000 gold, Blaze. Please, my wallet.
He has not gone for something enchanted.
Okay.
Um, However, he has gone for a rather, admittedly, a rather for. Sorry, throat stuck. Been
Don't
eating
die,
a donut
Derek.
as I've been talking. It's fine. I've been eating donut. Give me a second. Just finish the donut. That's good.
Oh, I want a donut. I think I have some.
Would recommend.
Shakes fist. I do not have
What you
Also,
found is a rather beautiful looking blade. Northern designs. There's almost like these kind of Celtic runes across it. It's quite a large sword in some regards. We're not talking great sword, but it's definitely more than a long sword. You'd question if you'd even know how to use it properly. Then again, you don't know really if he has any combat ability at all.
She was gonna ask the shopkeep if it'd be okay for them to pick it up. Uh, she promises at least one of them can use it, mainly looking towards Hestia.
Knock yourselves out, though not of the weapon.
All right, fair enough. And with that, Hestia will pick it up and, she'll hand it to Blaze and see how he fares. Not expecting much, honestly. As long as he doesn't fall over, at least, and that's, something.
He kind of looks, feels the sword a little bit, and gives it a couple of surprisingly straight swings. That's definitely he's definitely held a sword before.
Well, that's actually more than both of them expected, honestly, given, so.
To be precise, what he has picked up though is a bastard sword officially, which he's wielding rather comfortably, though
Do
with two hands.
you. I mean, that's fair. Do you like that? Does it feel comfortable with you? Do you maybe want to look at more, or are you content?
It feels pretty good. I mean, you got an idea?
Shiva shrugs. She knows nothing about weapons, and Hestia was just kind of given an elven sword, like, here you go.
There are a variety of things. There's also great axes, of course. And there's smaller weapons, of course. There's definitely a lot of large weapons, though, available. And a couple of short swords on the side. But yeah, Blaze seems to look like the look of this this rather longer sword here.
That's fair. And I mean, Shiva pretty much looked for comfort first for him. So if he's happy with it, then she'll probably also be content. Just go, yeah, that's good enough for me. She also made sure he can hold it so he doesn't try and take it out later and just fall over.
Trust me, that's not an issue.
Shiva will go over to the shopkeep and ask how much it is.
He did pick up a masterwork weapon. Apparently, does have eye for quality.
That's fine.
We come out at the final price of 335 gold.
Shiva want to try. Nah, shoot that much to haggle. Yeah, that's fine. Shiva will go ahead and just buy the flat going price for Blaze.
Also, I like from you guys in chat now the idea of a dragon with a gun.
Oh God, I'm gonna safely assume he's not a sorcerer now that we witnessed him do that. I feel like it was a sorcerer. He just kind of fall over. I mean, he could be a Blood Rager, totally. I'm just taking off sorcerer as one of the possibilities. I suppose we're out here. Do you ever wear armor of any kind, or do you prefer not to?
Uh,
Oh yeah, he's amnesiac. Forgot about that. But
I mean, they can walk towards like the armor smith, and if he happens to find something that's kind of he's drawn to like the sword, Shiva's gonna trust it because he seems to genuinely have an idea of what he likes off of instinct.
look around. Though very little seems to kind of catch his kind of eye. Not really.
I suppose that's one less thing. I mean, if you are, and this is where Shiva's gonna, keep the common tongue. I mean, I guess if talk to him anyway, she would have to. For dragon, in some form, you probably have some sort of natural hardness to your skin, anyways.
He looks rather anxious for a moment. If you say that,
They can't understand you're okay.
person off in the distance speaking in common.
Shiva keeps her voice low for a reason. People, she's not really that concerned here, honestly. Hestia is pretty blatantly otherworldly, so
All the flailing tentacles will do that.
that's where Hestia just pats them on the back. There, your big dragon sisters here.
Blade ends up looking at Hestia though, with the elven curve blade on her back.
Yeah, she has a full of uncurved blade.
I assume you know how to fight as well, then.
Yeah. I mean, I have this thing, which admittedly Hestia just kind of got it because it looked pretty. And she was like, "Oh, I just really I want a pretty weapon that does some cool shit." Yes, she's still a child, so she takes out her sword, which is blatantly holy. You can feel the energy coming off of it.
She took the Devil May Cry approach and went for style points.
Yeah, pretty much. It probably has a slight glow to it, even considering it is, a holy weapon. She'll also let him look at it at the very least, so he can see. She doesn't mind.
Is it magical?
I would safely assume so, yes.
He kind of stares at it, but places his hand on it. Looks like very confused for a moment. Hestia,
Yes.
that sword's got a little bit brighter.
Huh. Okay. Hestia certainly doesn't mind. She's just gonna watch, going, huh, pretty. As long as it doesn't explode, she figures it's okay. Hestia has a very low barrier.
It does not appear to explode. That's the good news.
She was also looking over, watching. I don't suppose there's anything she can tell what's going on.
Well, it seems like it's reacting to him in some way. More magic flowing in. But you're not sure why.
I mean, Chiba might be a little sure why.
I'm presuming the other kids filled us in about his whole, like, recharging wands and shit like that.
Possibly.
I presume that would be part of the PowerPoint presentation.
Probably, but even then, like, Shiva's more thinking, well, gold dragons are the literal epitome of holiness and, righteousness. So she's just kind of under the assumption that he probably has some sort of influence just off of that.
That's silver dragons. Gold dragons are the epitome of just good.
Yeah, silvers are paladins.
They're also symbols of wisdom.
And vanity.
Oh, it's pure of heart. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Well, particularly here, they're a representation of being just pure.
Kind of up to gold.
Does anything change with the sword itself, or is it just kind of like it's infusing more magic? Period. That's all they really get from what's going on.
You feel like it's slightly stronger at the moment.
Huh. Hess doesn't have anything to stab to test this.
But I will let you know temporarily its enhancement bonus is increased by 1
Oh, okay.
for the next 10 minutes. So not a super long time.
Hey, 10 minutes is enough time for a few combats if there's not much exploring between.
It's true. Shiva will watch this and just kind of tilt her head. Maybe we should get you some sort of magic weapon at some point. If you can just do that.
Wait, do what? He kind of looks confused.
Do
Sorry, I'm
you?
looking at all the patterns on it. He says, tracing like his finger along the runes.
It got a bit brighter when you touched it. It's kind of hard to know, or it was kind of hard to miss.
He looks confused at you. Did it?
She nods. But the sword we got you didn't really react, so I'm just gonna safely assume, based off of that it has to be some form of enchanted first. I mean, our friends did mention that you could restore magic into items. I don't know if you're aware that you could do that.
Looks. I don't know what I can't. I don't know what I can do.
That's completely fair.
Tilts his head at you. Shiva, do you have magic spells running at the moment?
She probably has an endure element running.
He kind of just looks you up and down. And then looks the Hestia up and down, who's definitely covered in magic.
She has a smile. She has no idea what's going on.
I've got a question. Why are both you glowing but everyone else isn't?
Shiva pauses and casts detect magic. Are and then she's gonna go ahead and cast silent image to kind of like show how they glow when she casts detect magic. Do you mean like this? Also, for the sake of it, is he glowing when she casts detect magic?
Not that you can see.
Okay, so she's just gonna go ahead and show what they look like and ask if they're glowing like that.
What? You've not done anything.
Shiva pauses.
True side.
I mean, I saw you cast something, but
That's interesting. So she casts silent image to show him. Can he not see that?
he doesn't see the glowing that you're doing.
Huh.
Unless, of course,
Alright.
you're already.
What's up, Dark?
Unless, of course, you're already glowing anyway.
True. I suppose if she's already well, she probably would have like separated them and put it to the side to just illustrate how they look to her.
It's kind of a little confused then. Why is the air now glowing? Like an outline. There's like a Shiva outline, an Hestia outline. Is that your spell?
She nods. Oh, huh.
Does that
I'm
mean
gonna-
something?
I wanted to show you what we look like when I cast a spell that lets me see magic. I'm guessing they don't quite look the same though if they don't line up in that regard. That's she just kind of pauses to think if she's heard of anything like this.
Mm, yes, actually. It's not unheard of for there are a few individuals who, of course, are born with the ability to basically just see magic. They may not even realize it to begin with, that they are. It can happen, though. Though usually those people are elves. Usually.
Hmm. Well,
Though then again, his heritage does have connection to elves. Distant, but...
it's true. I think that you have some sort of natural ability that where you can just kind of sense magic if I was to give you an educated guess, which means that you can see it, which most people can't. So if I was to say at this point she will go ahead and dispel the ender elements. Do this, the glowing should go away, right?
I mean,
Although
you, yes, but your head's like that's still glowing and that's glowing and
those are items that have magic in them. I can't really get rid of that.
mostly your head.
Yeah, yeah. Shiva just kind of goes, all right. I imagine that's very magical.
Hmm.
It's interesting that Hestia is glowing, though. She's not really inherently magic, as far as
She's
I knew.
polymorphed.
I guess, alright, that's true.
She's also a
Polymorphing
dragon.
Polymorphing, especially for an item, is magical.
That's true. I take it back. I imagine if Hestia was not polymorphed, she'd look normal.
Well, she's still a dragon which are magical themselves, but probably more normal.
You continue this talk elsewhere in the market. Torin.
Yeah. Amaya, Nathan, and Fiona are probably at a bookstore specifically, or probably coming back from a bookstore as Amaya has gotten Nathan a couple of probably quite rare history books, considering her people are not known for keeping a lot of history.
Mhm. Fiona, meanwhile, just kind of put on a polite smile. I've
Well,
seen an Elsgard book on sale before.
well, despite what people like to say, my people can read and write. They just usually don't like to.
Well, language is they write so runically.
Hey, some people think that we actually learned from the storm giants and the cloud giants. But who knows, maybe one of these books will have the answer. I thought you could use a bit more knowledge about your people, Nathan. Considering you didn't grow up here listening to the songs and stories of the Scalds, well,
Or the icy wind.
Hmm.
Fiona has wrapped up very warmly. Nathan less so. Though he's wrapped up a little bit. How's Amaya though? How does she dress up in her own homeland? Does she does she go full furs?
not really. She's hasn't actually put on anything additional to warm up. She's just like basically just her normal clothes, her vest, and her coat. Her nice blue coat.
Just
She looks pretty
Which,
comfortable.
which isn't even closed up, by the way.
she's now just comfortable rather than overheating.
Exactly.
Even comfortable summer. This is even summer temperatures for her, so it's great.
No, it's not summer temperatures.
Warmer, but it's not the coldest. It's far from the coldest.
Oh yeah. If she can see past the snow, it isn't cold yet. Well,
The streets are
we
lit with stalls and trinkets as you walk your way back.
well, we've bought what I wanted to get you, Nathan. Perhaps we should just take a walk around. See if there's anything that catches your eye, anything you'd like. Perhaps a totem, or if there's a weapon you want, a good luck charm. You can find just about anything here. Is there anything you'd be looking for, either of you?
As Fiona pauses for a moment. Well, I'm gonna be right back.
Hmm.
Actually, hey, how are you? She's gonna grab Nathan, just drag him.
Maya is going to just stand there, kind of slightly confused, and then
Okay.
just kind of turn towards the nearest stall and just kind of browse.
Looking very confused as he's being dragged literally by his collar away. Maya certainly knows how to pick them.
Yeah.
But Maya's just shopping in the meanwhile herself.
Yeah, no, I mean, she isn't really looking for anything in particular.
You also get the very strong smell of fish. Lots
Yeah.
of fishing here.
Unlike myself, Maya doesn't mind fish.
Even there's a whale being sold,
Huh.
which they must have gotten from either much further north or the other side of the continent. Probably much further north.
More likely further north.
But after some time, though, they'll make their way back. Though Nathan is looking very uncomfortable for some reason.
Love, what did you do to the poor boy?
Needed. It's fine. Isn't it, Nathan? It's fine. He nods, though he looks embarrassed for some reason.
What? Was it under things or something?
That's not important. Now, come on. I think there'll be something good over this way. She kind of grabs Amaya.
Fine, have your secrets.
I all allowed them.
So, what is it that you found? What are you showing me?
As she seems to head off to a stall that's selling a variety of these small little figures. Like they're like they're almost like totem spirits, but like almost like little figures with little toy figures where you can like move their arms and such. Maybe a bit of wood. I think my brothers would love these.
Perhaps we should buy them. We should probably buy them 2 each. You know how the boys are. They'll break the first ones.
Probably. As you see her purchasing some, just places one in Nathan's hand without saying anything. What about good
I
luck charm
think
for you?
Benjamin would like this one. Somebody just kind of plucks one and just forks over the money immediately.
Oh yeah. I'll get to meet your brother again. Cousin.
Well, no, Benjamin is my little brother. Adopted, but little
So
brother.
that was me as a DM was like, which way do I want to go?
Yeah.
Oh, this should be fun.
Oh yes, Nathan,
Yeah.
you'll be able to.
He had all kinds of things to say about you before.
I'm sure he never stopped talking, despite how much I probably would have liked him to.
He was telling me a story when he was last here that I wanted him to finish. Never got to.
Oh no, which one?
Something about the lake.
Oh no, the lake. I know which one.
Perhaps you want to finish that story for him. Well,
Right.
I'll find out soon if not.
Right. Well, before I get too wrapped up in it, is there anything else you wanted to look at, Nathan?
As Nathan nods and takes you off elsewhere.
So we were ice skating on the lake, and
Well, in the tavern, the bathroom buddies.
We have both been delayed poisoned. Huzzah!
We're alive again.
Barely.
Congratulations.
Now, while it is still active, drink again! No. Yeah, no.
Your livers may come to hate you.
Oh, mine already hates me. Mine's been hating me for years. You have to remember this is not the first time Karis has drunk herself under the table. Not even during this campaign.
And it's far from the first time Karis has been this far north either. She's been here before.
Yeah. Yeah, we all came around this area before.
And her company's been up this high before as well. It's not the first time.
Hmm?
So how did you feel about the frigid cold?
What was that?
I mean, how does she feel about the frigid cold? It's not as bad as it could be right now, but
Yeah,
it's still
it's
cold.
not as bad as it could be. She's thankful. Like, what kind time of year was it? Sort of mid-summer, I want to say? Late summer?
Ish.
Ish. So she's slightly regretting that by this point her winter coat has fallen out, but she has a cold weather outfit to make up for it.
And it's not the worst the cold temperature could be.
No.
Comfortable, but it's not completely frozen over. So,
Yeah, and she's not having to camp outside in it.
see, how does she feel?
Yeah, that's fine. She has her big coat with her.
And her
Unfortunately, it's not
climate-controlled
really
hat.
skirt. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not really a great place for a skirt, but that's why you just get a longer skirt. The stiffest skirts are already like ankle length, so this is just it just looks weird.
Plans for what the two of you want to do with your kind of afternoon break in the city?
How long's this delay poison going to last?
Next 10 hours, so we're
Oh,
good
we're
until probably
good.
the middle of the night where we're gonna feel kind of bad again.
Right.
Which means you'll wake up hungover.
That's what the kindness is for.
Yeah, and again, not the first time it's happened. Probably just explore a bit until everyone else is ready to head out then. It doesn't really know this place very well and doesn't have a whole lot of plans.
Fair enough.
Doesn't want to particularly stick around Balthus while everyone else isn't around.
I mean, it's a big market city. I'm sure Kelleris is familiar enough with market stalls to be able to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, she doesn't particularly want to stick around Balthus if he's staying around the tavern area. So
Yeah, that does
she's
sound like him.
yeah, so she's more than happy to just not necessarily even the market stalls, but just explore the city, the town.
If you want to explore, that's certainly something you can do. So you can as well find one thing that she's certainly not used to exploring.
Mm-hmm.
So many little shrines about.
Oh.
You see this heading around the city. Even just in people's windows, you might just see like maybe like a little statue or like a little bowl of like a little bowl of a couple of like flowers or a couple of coins in it.
Yeah, she's not. Again, just from speaking with Amaya, she's not entirely surprised by this because she knows up here is a lot more spirit worship rather than godly worship. So she's imagining these are little shrines to the various spirits of the area.
Some of them just being possibly even just household spirits, just do, hey, keep my house safe.
Yeah, exactly.
There is still a temple in the town. Every large town's still got temples, but the spirits are venerated as much as the gods are.
Is the temple to anyone in particular? Or is it just a general temple?
In this city, let me take a look. So in this city, it's a temple to several different gods. Though it seems to be mostly free gods are kind of more represented than any. There is the foreign god of commerce, Abadar, which is probably just due to all the traders that come through here.
Mm-hmm.
Pharasma,
Makes
goddess
sense.
of life, death, and birth.
Yeah, makes sense.
Someone you respect no matter what. Let's be
Yeah.
a bit honest. The last one that's here, Karis does not recognize.
Huh. Well, she'll probably ask Amaya about that later, because she's not particularly religious about the other gods and such, so it's kind of, oh, that's a thing. I'll see if the guys know about it later.
What about Essie? What's her plans?
She's got like another like orator on this glibness. I think it's time to go shopping and go haggle.
Oh. What are you in the market for, Estufa? Magic? Non-magic?
Let's have a look at magic. Magic tends to be interesting.
Well, you head out into towards some of the more magical stores, which there are several of. Many of them have always in the past been out of your price range, but hey, you actually have money this time you're visiting.
Haha. I don't want to spend too much, but maybe if my silver tongue will help me here, I might buy something.
There are a variety of things on sale. There's a frost-resistant chain shirt.
Hmm.
Not your style.
No, but to armory.
There's a dagger of undead disruption.
Oh, that'd be kind of nice for Amon. I'm more in the market for myself.
A few runestones of power. Not particularly useful.
Not something I can use, no, but yeah. It's interesting at least.
There is the Stone of Weight.
Is that a stone that's very heavy?
Yes.
Whack.
It weighs precisely the amount of a stone.
Technically accurate, but inappropriate for its size. It's about the size. It's about the size of a stone, which maybe you like skip across a pond.
Yeah.
But it weighs the same amount as an ox.
Damn.
I was hoping it'd be one of those quirky shops where it's like a rock the size of a house, and it weighs the weight of a cat. The wrong way round.
How much does it cost?
Stone of Weight.
Yeah. Out of curiosity.
150 gold.
I'll buy it.
Congratulations. You now have a stone that weighs about 400 pounds.
Good luck storing it.
Yeah, I didn't think about that much. I have an open 4th level slot, it's fine. Might need a while. But while I'm also in the store, what do we have to the tune of rods?
That is something there are a couple of rods here, mostly carved out of a few things. One of which is carved out of the carcass out of the bones of a whale. Whale bone is surprisingly useful for magic.
Dishonored theme plays in the background.
In this case, that is a rod of. Let me just take a look. 1 second, because the rod page is taking ages to get everything up properly. I know. I think. So that one is a rod of Tomorous Spell Lesser.
Ooh. That was the meta magic that knocks people over if it's force, right?
Nope. That's toppling.
Oh, wait, that's the one that sends people a random direction.
Chaotic.
I mean, that's nice, but it's also... I don't know if I really have much use for moving people like that. If I had to move someone somewhere, I'd move them specifically.
There's also a rod here, seemingly made out of the branch of a very old tree. That's then been banded with little bits of silver. It's a merciful rod, lesser.
No.
There's also a rod here made of solid ice. Literally just an icicle.
Ooh.
Covered in runes.
Is that a rod of ice?
Yes.
So it's at my price range, unfortunately.
You can use it to make a melee touch attack, dealing 1d4 points of damage.
It's also not that great.
And on command, you can touch the ground to make a 30-foot cone that functions like grease, but it's actually ice.
The lesser merciful meta magic rod is actually maybe tempting. A non-lethal.
1.5k.
Yeah, it's just like I have plenty of non-lethal options that don't involve damage.
You can also find somewhere in the market an immovable rod. Which I don't need to explain what an immovable rod is.
No, you don't.
And that's on sale from one of the foreign traders.
I think Stiff has just got window shop for now.
The only other rod you find is from one of the mages of the Northern College, which is a lesser quicken magic rod.
I have a feeling it's very much outside of my money range.
35 grand.
Yes. I could just steal it and run. No.
If they're capable, if they're carrying around an object worth that much, you can guess they are powerful enough to use it.
Probably. I mean, anyone could be powerful. Usually just have to be a caster. But yeah. No, I think this is just a window shopping session for Stifa. Unfortunately, she has plans for money, which makes it hard to justify spending.
Fair enough.
But what she will do is she'll... I don't know. It feels a bit cheap to buy gifts for people from the place that we're from. I have like an assortment of souvenirs that I can give gifts to Maya's family, but maybe I
I'm
should
pretty
get.
sure that's what teleport is for.
Yeah, that's also true. I'll just
My
buy some good
souvenir.
alcohol for it. Probably like 50 gold. Probably an expensive bottle of alcohol. That feels like a okay introductory gift of, oh, it's nice to meet you, moi, here, have this.
That's what you want to do. Which does bring us the question, Adeline, how's it
Mhm.
going?
Doing fine.
It's been a while since you've been to the cold north.
Yes, yeah.
People here is as friendly as always.
Cadme apparates next to Adeline.
Hello.
I'm coming with you.
It's a bit rowdy, but they're friendly.
I don't know if I was going anywhere.
Oh, well,
Is Adeline just enjoying the tavern?
Yeah. Yeah,
There's a
she's
lot.
just gonna be spending time in the tavern. Just...
There are a lot of people here, a lot of talking, a lot of gossip, a lot of
Mhm.
merriment.
Yep, and she's partaking in it. Yeah.
Alcohol is mandatory.
That's expected. She will be on the lookout for any people that she recognizes or remembers, old friends, that sort of thing.
There's probably a couple of people here you recognize.
Cool.
I think what might come to mind is a couple of whalers you might actually recognize of all people.
Excellent. They have good stories, so she'll go over there and just sit with them for a bit. If they mind, anyway.
Oh, they don't mind. They'll sit down and ask you how you've been, discuss stories, one up each other. That's
There
all
we
how
go.
it goes.
Perfect.
Also telling stories of the strange and mysterious ship of ice.
Ooh, I ship, eh?
Apparently, there is people. At least some sailors claim, though they seem slightly disparaging on it,
Mm-hmm.
that their ships got sunk because of a giant ship made of pure ice sailing along the ocean.
Interesting.
They're fairly sure that the crews were just drunk and just mistaked it for an iceberg.
I mean, maybe, but the whole crew?
I mean, the ship sunk, so not that many people every time.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's been a rumor floating around apparently of just this ghostly ship with no crew but made purely of ice.
That's
Ooh.
really interesting. She's gonna try and follow up on that, see if she can talk to more people about it.
Yeah.
With
I'll
ice
take a time to check.
and do. Right, yeah. I forgot Edling's friendly with people, but not super diplomatic.
I mean, you ask around, you hear some things, some rumors. There's definitely a story that you can hear from multiple different places, though it's very inconsistent of who said it first. The trails spreading out in multiple directions. Though
Kind of
there
makes sense considering it's sunken ships.
are definitely some people though who seem to swear on it being real, and then others who just kind of chastise you for even asking about it. It's not clear what the truth is, but you definitely hear a variety of things. A few people saying the ship was actually built by frost giants. Others saying it's manned by ice wraiths. One crazy old guy blaming the creatures of the deep, whatever they are.
Does there seem to be any time whenever it tends to come out? Is there a consensus of what time of day it was whenever they were attacked?
Always nighttime.
Always night, okay.
And almost always near the new moon.
New moon. How long until the new moon?
Given the current calendar state, 21 days.
Dang it, the new moon just ended. Then. So actually, we're still pretty close.
I mean, it all has to happen quite far out onto the water, as you'd understand, because it's a ship.
Yeah, which means I can't just fly out at the night. In the middle of the night, and go check it out.
Interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's definitely seeming consensus so that no one ever sees crew on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's never any people.
Right, yeah. So instead of a ghost ship, we have a cold ship.
What's that?
I said instead of a ghost ship, we have a cold ship.
Yep, pretty much.
Alright then. Rumor get.
Rumor got. With that, though, the group can enjoy their time. The group knows once a day is fully out, And your next day, you'll pack up and bright and early, you'll head on the road through past the Advaran Mountains to Barrowton. It's not a long trek, but it will take you a couple of days. Unfortunately, the cold, mountainous terrain is not the quickest to traverse. I hope you've got a good pair of walking boots. You're going to need it.
Yep, they're named Kelris.
I hate you so much. And yet I still love you.
However, we'll pick up next time on that road trip. Well, next time. Thank you for playing, but welcome back to the cold north.
I hate it here.
Hey, the people are friendly at least.
Yeah, but they're also foul monsters, half of them. And it's cold.
Not really. Amaya's family's found monsters, the rest of them aren't.
Yeah, but of all the people Karis has actually spoken to here, there's been the barkeep, Amaya, and Valthus. The majority of them are foul monsters.
It's very rude to say about the barkeep.
Yeah, the jury's still out on the barkeep.
He just looks like a very, very buff middle-aged guy.
Yeah, but it depends on if he's going to start charging us for drinks.
It's all going on Valthus's tab right now.
Oh, well, he's grand then.
Which is a long tab.
I get the feeling the Veltus doesn't pay his tab with money more often than he does with favors.
Kisses.
Work.
No,
Or
paying-
Slaying monsters.
Or sometimes just bringing in a dozen dead boars for dinner.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, JMac, paying off your bar tab with kisses is just what Adeline does.
Mwah.
Wish.
Also,
Torrance, I'm happy. I was happy that you were able to come with us today.
Yeah, no, it really meant a lot to me that my fucking internet fucking fixed itself in time.
Are you excited? Are you excited to be back in your homeland?
Yep.
Spirits being worshipped. We've got all kinds of neat cultural things going on. Lots of drinking.
There's gonna be Amaya's family pulling shenanigans.
You
and
already have
probably
Valthus here.
constantly trying to embarrass her.
I mean,
Yeah,
Valthus has
just
already made a
wait.
good start on it.
Just wait.
Of course, the sideline.
Yeah.
You can already. Cadby's already seeing spirits in places.
Mhm.
There's a tavern spirit. He's copying the barkeep cleaning mugs by cleaning a spectral mug.
I hope everyone enjoyed the announcement I made early in the session.
Yeah.
wait. Okay, we have to find the perfect venue.
That's true. Knowing Amaya, she'd probably want it to be like an ice cave or something.
Oh,
Eh.
come on.
I will
I
say there is.
think- It's the
Like, I'm sure we could find some kind of really pretty icy place when you're home, at least.
Remember, it needs to be someplace the owner's going to enjoy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can work on making it enjoyable, as in find a way to make it not absolutely shit cold for everyone. Or at least, not have to bother about feeling absolutely shit cold. Like, how much family can Fiona have that would potentially need teleported up here anyway?
So
2 brothers and her parents, basically.
it's a trip.
Well, they're different places, so 2 trips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
true.
different places.
Well, 3 teleports fully. 1 to get the brothers, 1 to get to the parents, and then 1 to get back.
And eventually we'll need to go back to the fort anyway, so rivers aren't the issue.
True. Also, we don't know when exactly this is
Yeah.
going to happen. So we have time to prepare.
I will say there is one thing Cadmy
And
would
not
do, because I didn't really do anything out in the town.
You just faded into nothingness.
Yeah, I would. No. Cadmy would go up on the roof, ruffle her wings. She's instead of the standard green, she's turned like a sort of deep red burgundy, like the red-colored leaves that you see on vines that don't fall off during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna sit up there and start thinking real hard, and she's gonna be holding onto her paintbrush,
Fair enough.
and she's gonna cast Sending on Maria.
Hold. Please hold. Please. Connection established.
Hello? Hello? Oh, okay, cool. This worked. I worked really hard on this. I didn't want you to feel like you had a bad patron. So I didn't want you to feel jealous about others. So I worked really hard to be able to do this for you.
Time's up.
So it's like, keep in mind, sending is like 50 words.
Yeah, I know.
It's 25 words, isn't it?
Yep.
Which counted. You're out.
They can respond too.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? I don't know how this all works. Well, if that's you, Cadme, hi. Things are going well. I've made... It cuts out.
I cast it again. You made what? Oh, and also let me know if you need anything else. And I'll end the message.
And there's kind of then a long pause.
Hello?
Pause just kind of stays for a while. Sorry, I made a self-cooking pot.
Ah! I'll have to go pick that up at some point.
It can make food by itself. Mostly. Some food. Mostly stews and soups. It's good.
Well, she doesn't seem like she needs anything. Well, that's good. Glad I didn't disappoint her. Huh. Maybe I should
Miss
look
you.
That's good to hear her voice again. And another thing I will ask is, can I get a card handout for the hermit? Because I'm gonna need to have something to remember her name by.
I'll see if I can work on that for you.
Thank you.
Probably want to stick that in the forward planning so as a reminder for me. It's basically at me in the forward planning, and that's basically a hey GM, wake up, do stuff.
Yep.
Speaking of waking up, I suddenly have the urge to do the exact opposite of that.
Shall I tuck you into bed,
I can handle it myself.
Fiona? But yeah. Yeah, next time we'll get slightly more into depth with it, and things will be a bit more interesting. But you know, I had to lay the foundation of things starting back up again.